Hello everyone, myself Irene Hazarika, a student of 4th professional year of BVSC and AH, Lakhimpur College of Veterinary Science. In this video, I am going to present about a disease called avian respiratory mycoplasmosis. Avian respiratory mycoplasmosis, also known as Mycoplasma gallisepticum infection. This is a chronic, slow-spreading contagious disease in birds characterized by obstinate hacking cough, sneezing, and tracheal rales. Large number of birds in a flock used to suffer, causing heavy economic loss, especially in broilers due to poor management. Etiology: this disease is caused by Mycoplasma gallisepticum. It is a minute coccoid filtrable organism, and the ideal temperature for growing of this organism is 37 to 38 degrees Celsius. The colony of these organisms appear as small nipples or dense area followed by thinning at the periphery, and it can be propagated in embryonated chicken eggs. Distribution: the disease occurs in endemic form in most of the poultry farm in India. The first record of the disease in India was made by Pathak and Singh in 1959. Then the disease has been recorded from almost all the states of the country. Susceptible host: the natural infection generally occurs predominantly in chickens and turkeys, but the disease may occasionally occur in pigeons, quail, partridge, ducks, and geese. The disease may infrequently occur in pigeon, peafowl, guinea fowl, wild turkey, and parrots. Mode of transmission: the disease can transmit by three ways: through aerosol, by contact, and through eggs. Through aerosol, the infection may spread through droplet infection or inhalation. Here, nasal discharge act as media of transmission, and windborne transmission plays a significant role in transmitting the infection. Through contact, bird-to-bird transmission occurs through contact. This is known as horizontal transmission. Through egg, vertical transmission through infected eggs of chickens and turkey are the principal pathway of transmission. Next, the clinical findings. The incubation period of this disease is 11 to 13 days. The predominant signs include respiratory distress, tracheal rales, sneezing, gargling sound during the respiration, along with 40 exudates from the eyes, and conjunctivitis are observed. There is about 40% reduction in eggs production, but the eggs are not abnormal like other disease. Signs of ataxia and lameness accompanied with enlargement of hock joint may appear in some birds. Lesions. Lesions are predominantly noticed in respiratory and reproductive tract, like in pericardium. Serous or seropurulent exudates are seen. In liver, formation of serofibrinous exudates are seen. Nasal passages, mucus or catarrhal exudates in the nares. In trachea, thickening of mucosa, congested and contain caseous exudates. In lungs, pneumonic stains and granulomatous lesions are seen. Air sac, caseous exudates and adhesions. Respiratory tract, salpingoperitonitis or egg peritonitis. Hyperplasia of lymphoid follicle of isthmus, magnum, oviduct, and vagina. Peritoneal fluid may be cloudy. Diagnosis. Diagnosis can be done on the basis of history and clinical findings. Isolation and identification of Mycoplasma gallisepticum from the clinical materials and/or exudates. Isolation of organism in specific PPLO media can be done. The sample for isolation can be obtained from live birds, carcasses, frozen carcasses or chicks. Even hatched chicken can be done. From live bird, material can be taken from the cloacal swab, trachea and pharynx. From dead bird, materials may be taken from nose, air sac or lungs. Identification of organism can be made by using PCR. Serological test can be done. Dot ELISA test can be done. Electron microscopic test, chicken tracheal organ culture, and post-mortem lesion can be taken for the diagnosis of the disease. Treatment. Following drugs can be used against Mycoplasma infection. Tylosin tartrate at the rate of 1 gram per liter of water for 24 to 72 hours. Spiromycin at the rate of 2 gram per 3 liter of water orally for first 3 days of life and again for a single day at 3 to 4 weeks of age can be given. Thymolene at the rate of 0.025% in water for 3 consecutive days can be given. Linomycin powder at the rate of 1 gram per liter of drinking water and lincomycin feed mixture at the rate of 1 gram per kg of feed can be given. Prevention and control. Eggs should be incubated for 2 to 3 hours in the incubator and subsequently dipped for 10 to 30 minutes in 0.04 to 0.1% solution of tylosin tartrate, erythromycin or gentamicin. As a preventive measures, day-old chicks to be given 0.05% tylosin from the very first day of their life in an endemic zone. Affected birds should be segregated from healthy ones and introduction of new birds should not be made without testing. Hatching egg can also be made free from infection by injecting antibacterials like lincospectin in the albumin at the pointed end of the eggs or air shell. Live culture vaccine has been used with success. So, these are the books that I had taken reference from. Thank you.